How's it looking?
Alright.
Looks pretty. What do you think, Leo? Huh? How's it looking here?
Yeah. Okay.
Hello, Leo. Look who it is.
Hi.
Oh, don't be so bashful. Hi.
Hi.
Good boy.
What a lovely little view you have here.
Is it coffee time, Leo?
It's coffee time.
It's coffee time. Oh. Good morning. Oh. How was that?
It's okay.
Didn't look too great.
Just beautiful morning.
Yeah, so pretty.
So pretty out there.
The dogs. So you may have noticed that we've been a bit quiet on YouTube. It's for a lot of reasons. One, we had a little bit of a hiccup with Vance mechanically. That was a lot
Well,
of...
it's more the rego check that you have to do in New South Wales every year is really annoying to do in other states, particularly WA. So they basically treated us like we were going over the pits in WA, which meant it was way more strict than the normal, just checking brakes, lights, and the engine's running well. So it's been lots of running around fixing just random stuff, auto electricians for stupid things, just annoyances, but definitely not doing our normal day-to-day things. It's been quite stressful, I think.
Yeah, that's all behind us. Vance is registered for another year. Woo! And it's been very windy, so it's been a lot of waiting around for good weather.
So windy.
So we've had the mechanics waiting around for wind to die down, and then we had a few good days at Wharton's surfing, and I had a surf accident out in the surf. And I had a little injury. Went to go.
Where are we going now?
Yeah, I went off the back of the wave, and the wind pushed the board towards me more, and my foot stayed on the board, and I went down, and I somewhat tore my meniscus. Haven't been able to walk for the past week, so we're on our way to the physio for a little checkup. I've been crutches and a brace. It's great. So I've just been hanging out in Vance every day. Not very exciting. Not a lot of cool stuff has been going on, but we're gonna pick back up these vlogs and just take you along on every day, because we still like sharing all this with you, even though sometimes it's not the most exciting. So
No, like going to a physio.
Woohoo! Woo! Always watching. We'll be quick, mate. We'll be quick. This is my first, I guess, major injury in my entire life, which was pretty lucky. But I never realized how mentally challenging an injury is when you go from obviously being able to walk and run and surf and swim every single day, and then you're just stuck not even being able to walk properly. It's so challenging, especially living in a van. It's been a pretty rough week, if I'm being pretty honest, but I'm trying to figure out what I can take from this as a learning lesson. And the biggest thing is just to have so much gratitude and appreciation for your health. If you're able to just walk around, like, that is such an amazing thing that not everyone is able to do. And just any chance that I can get to go for an ocean swim or a surf, like, I'm never gonna take that for granted again. And yeah, I think, I don't know, maybe I needed to have this reminder that our health is so precious, and if we have good health, seriously make the most of it. Don't just waste it away. So that's a little lesson for you there. Glenn is currently at the shops. We're just stocking up on all of our food and then getting out of town. Typically try to come into town maybe like once or twice a week, and then just go back out to the beaches and hang out there. So I think that's the plan. It's gonna be pretty warm today, and I'm gonna try to go for my first ocean swim since the accident. So fingers crossed, because it's gonna be a really hot day and I'm tired of staying in vans. Luckily I have this little man to keep me company. He's getting so big. I love it though. There's just like so much to love and hug and cuddle, and he's just gotten so cuddly as well, like fully past the puppy stage, and just, yeah, just being such a good boy. God, I love him. Yeah. Okay, made it to random car park, and it is already so hot.
So hot.
And we're starving. So we're making smoothie bowls.
So, of course, for young Leo, we decided to splurge on buying one of these little
Zhuzhers?
zhuzher. We call it a zhuzher.
We call it a zhuzher. It's a hand blender.
Yeah. So we do that for his like veggies and anything else that we just sort of blend up into sort of like almost like a rice texture, just to chuck in so he's getting some veggies and stuff too. But then it also means we get to make smoothies and smoothie bowls and stuff as well. It was like $15 or something ridiculous from Kmart. Love it.
I
For
know
those
that
like this,
they're
so good.
like handheld blenders and obviously like NutriBullets and stuff. I don't know, we've never really thought to get it, but this
we had a NutriBullet at the start of the trip.
Yeah.
But we look at every single wattage of all of your appliances, but it was a last minute. I didn't plan the build around having a NutriBullet, so I only got a 600 watt inverter. And it ends up being, when it maxes out, it ends up going just over 600, so it stops the inverter. So one smoothie into our trip, we realized we couldn't bring it with us. So if you do want a NutriBullet, just get a bigger inverter. But if not, this is just ridiculously small, and it comes with a bunch of different fittings and stuff. It's super practical, so definitely rate it. If you're not gonna have a NutriBullet, these things are sick. So, smoothie all the time. And we get Leo a Kong as well, because
he's been a good boy.
he's been a good boy.
We feel bad
Very patient this morning.
Yeah, when we have to run errands like this, and we exercised Leo beforehand so that he wasn't full of energy, and then we just leave him in the car or anything. But he's still just ready to go.
Yeah.
We'll make these and then head to the beach. All the good stuff. Look at that.
Yum.
Yum. What else? Honey.
Well, we interrupt this programming from Leo just having a damn good time with the Kong.
Making out with his Kong.
Is that good, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo. Bit dramatic.
And of course, some coffee.
Iced coffee today.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, baby, it's so hot.
This weather down here, ridiculous.
It's a very odd summer that we've had. I know the East Coast is getting so much rain, but we're getting like winds and inconsistency.
Yeah,
Like-
and then random, like, when it's like it swings northerly, it's just like the hottest. Like, you had a heat wave day that was like 40 degrees or something.
It was
And
like
that
44 was the highest, I think, at one
The
point.
wind was just disgustingly hot, like unmanageable, particularly like with a dog. Just looking after him, we just kept chucking him in the water a lot. And then other than that, then it'll be like cold nights, super windy, cloudy,
Yeah.
very strange. Not that we can complain, because we're still just cruising, but it's been pretty tough capitalising on some of these beautiful places. But we've managed.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunscreen the nose.
Aww. Good boy. Yeah.
Gotta get some doggy sunscreen.
Protect your little nose.
Because normal zinc is bad for dogs, isn't it? Let's go to the beach.
Let's go to the beach.
Alright. First time on the beach in over a week. Oh, a friend. Hello. Here she goes. Woo-hoo. You're doing it.
Moved to another spot just up the road so we could be with Ton and Reese. Glenn had a surf. Leo had a nap. Just a typical day in Esperance, really, and the wind has picked up in classic Esperance style. So time to hunker down and maybe have a nap like this guy.
Yum!
Not for you, Leo.
It's not for you. It's not for you. No.
Alright, lunchtime. What are we making, Leo?
Take it away.
This is just one of our favorite lunches lately. We just get heaps of veggies and stir them up, fry them up as a little stir fry with some soy sauce, and then put a fried egg on top and avocado. It's very basic, but it's just like when you're craving
So
heaps
good.
of veggies, yeah, it's just so good. So we'll show you what it looks like when it's done, but yeah. Leo is the sous chef for today.
Yeah.
Making sure everything is going smoothly and here to pick up any crumbs.
Hmm? Yeah.
This is sort of what our time in Esperance has been like. Like we sort of just beach hop, hide away from the wind,
Yeah, a lot of that.
make some food, go for a little dip to cool off. That's about it. Like it's really not that exciting, but
It's been quite fun though, like we have been experimenting a bit more with like different foods because we're not so much in like a big rush. You right? We're not in such a big rush when it comes to like wanting to just smash some food and then get back in the surf or whatever. Do you want to get down? You can get down.
oh, whoa.
But it's been quite nice, like, and then with Reese and Tan as well, like they've inspired us a lot with the foods that we eat as well in I guess we just get lazy after a while. I mean, we've been on the road for 2 years, so it's easy to just slip into making super quick, easy, lazy stuff. You're like, oh, we're in a van, whatever, but it's still quite nice to actually have some good foods, even for breakfasts and lunches and stuff like that. So particularly flatbreads. I mean, we're almost ODing on flatbreads.
Yeah, we had no idea you can make flatbreads in a pan, and so now it's all we're doing.
Yeah, and then we're making banana bread pretty regularly. We've got that, starting to get that pretty dialed. I've started making like almost like a muesli bar slice, like a no-bake slice, just for like nice little energy hits as well. I also deep fried a couple things where like we've battered like mushrooms, battered some banana blossoms, stuff like that. It's just been fun, like experimenting a bit when we do have a bit more time, and it sort of makes us realize we can be eating a lot, like splurge a little bit with some yummy foods
exciting
when we have that time. So there's always positives in it, but a lot of waiting around and hiding from the wind for sure. And he still loves his carrots. Yeah. Yum. Excuse me, sir.
Topping it with QP mayo, probably a little bit of sriracha mayo. Wow. Come here. Hello. Hello. Little visitor.
Paws are looking bigger
They're
too, aren't
looking
they?
so big. Oh.
Look at you.
Oh.
That's the spot. That's the spot.
That's the spot. It's Glennie's birthday! Yay!
Yay for Glenn!
Yay for Glenn!
29 years of Glenn.
Woohoo!
We've only known him for a couple of months.
Banana birthday cake coming up.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Cafe
Specialty of Cafe Oki in a car park. Wow!
Wow.
Look at that!
That is some nice
That is a
cake.
banana
I drew
cake.
a G into it, if you can see it.
Did you really?
But it doesn't really.
Oh, I see it.
see it.
Oh, that's great, Reese.
Oh, how cute. Chan's special ice cream. I mean, ice cream? Icing?
Yeah.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
What's in it?
Vegan cashew cream cheese icing.
Ooh.
It's like sweet.
Yes.
And then we're gonna put rose petals on it
Ooh.
for Glennie.
Rose petals
him.
for Glennie.
Yay. Because we love him.
Oh, so pretty. Wow.
It's gonna be so good.
Wow.
Holy mackerels.
How good is that latte? Well done, Glennie.
Thanks.
Nothing like a beautiful cafe latte in a car park.
Weather's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Crummy weather again, so I think we're just gonna pile into Oki and
Get our work done.
get some work done. Woo! Alrighty. Glennie
Okay.
is gonna show us how he makes banana bread
Banana bread.
on the stove.
It's basically the same as we obviously just have a lot of old bananas for this very reason. Been going overboard buying a bunch of bananas and then hoping they go gross so I can put them in banana bread. So we used a bunch for my lovely birthday cake that Reese and Tan made. And now I'm going to make a little banana bread myself. And all you need, super old bananas, self-raising flour, a little bit of cinnamon, maybe a bit of vanilla essence if you want. You can chuck some nuts in if you want, but we usually don't have them.
Oh, nuts. That's a good idea.
And then you just, I'll show you. You just mix it around and
It's very
Bob's your
simple.
uncle. Super simple, but incredibly good.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
For not having an oven and not measuring anything out,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
Pretty good indeed.
I feel like our channel, when we're not doing anything, just becomes like a cooking show. We're like, oh,
Unintentionally. It's not even like we're good cooks either.
no,
we're not saying we are at all.
no, we're
It's
the
just
most
more
basic cooks.
Basic stuff ever.
Yeah.
But it is quite fun to experiment, as you said before, and we have a fair bit of time. Might as well start playing around with different foods, and so not exactly in a financial position to be eating out. So we'll make our own yum stuff.
Ooh, look at that.
Some proper old.
Those are old.
The best kind though, the most flavour. If you use fresh ones, there's really not a whole lot of flavour in it. And we don't really like, I mean, yeah, you could add a boatload of sugar, but we don't really do that, so. Yum, 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 yum. So then whack in cinnamon. We don't really measure anything we make when it's like bread-wise. It just sort of happens. And we hope for the best.
I guess because we're not technically like baking.
That's true. I don't think it matters as much, but give this a mix and then we'll add self-raising flour. If you saw a previous one when we made one of the first banana breads we made, it was super flat. But adding self-raising flour, for obvious reasons, made a big difference. Even though we did add baking powder to the last one, it just doesn't have the same effect that self-raising flour has. So now that we're using that, it ends up coming up really nicely. Like the banana cake turned out like. It's so good.
Nice.
And then just periodically add more flour until the consistency is good.
What do you think, Leo? Huh? Yeah. You just want chicken.
Yeah, you just want chinky. Alright, once you knead it for a while, it'll look like this. I just sort of put like a really light coating of oil on it just because it is going in the pan. And I just give a nice little bit of flour.
Ah! I'm getting attacked by March flies.
They're so bad here. It's insane. Alright, so that'll just rest for a little. And then we'll end up getting onto the stove in a bit. Alright, now, hopefully, this will work.
So we covered it with a tea towel for like an hour or so.
Actually looks like a pretty good loaf.
It does. Thick.
So the hardest thing with these, which in the past we've actually used Reese and Tarn's stove, because they've got a normal like household stove system, which means they can go to like a really low heat because it has to be super low, but these blast because of the wind. So we should be able to do it, but I just have to keep an eye on it and make sure it's still low enough, but it also doesn't blow out.
The joys of cooking outside.
Outside, yeah.
We'll see how
Comes
it
with
goes.
the territory. Then we
How's it
will
looking? Flipping it?
flip it over.
Ah! Oh, I don't know how that's looking.
Oh, right, eh?
We're making banana bread. Ton and Reese are making oat milk.
The things we do when there's nothing else to do.
I'm just like, what you guys doing?
You inspired? Alright.
I think it's ready. Seems pretty.
God, how many fucking oats do you need to actually make a carton open?
Reese, you're ruining our filming.
Sweaty.
Tune in to Oki on Film to see oat milk being made.
Being made.
And here for banana bread.
I don't know if that would do this.
Yeah. I might keep that one out of it.
Recipe, how to not make oats.
Wow. Wow. Oh, it smells so good. Oh, Oh, you're just closing it up. It
Just
looks like a
nope,
cheese
denied.
wheel. Wow.
Wow. And
You
just
guys,
like that.
you guys want some banana bread? Yes. All right, putting some Nuttelex on it.
And then whack it on the pan
Wheel.
to sort of toast it.
Yeah, we toast those sides. Gets it all nice and.
And it sort of means that even if you do have like a little bit more of like a crispy crust, it then acts kind of just like a nice crust anyway.
Yeah.
Takes away from overcooking it.
That's a lot of Nuttelex.
No.
What do you think, Leo?
Oh,
He's always watching.
this is butter.
Okay.
Wow.
It's like garlic bread.
I hope it's not. Nice.
Nice.
Come bearing gifts.
You want to try some, Reese?
Oh yeah, I pick up.
Reese is busy making oatmeal. I mean, oat milk.
Oat milk. Look at that. What's this thing?
That's a mess.
Wow.
Go bonkers.
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty
That's pasty.
tasty.
What is in that? Tarn made this special
Chocolate
chocolate
paste
sauce.
I think it's,
It's like
literally just
tahini
cacao.
and cacao,
Yeah,
isn't
and
it?
tahini and
Tahini, cacao. What do you call it? Tahini?
Team.
No, you don't want that.
No, that in it.
Whoa.
I actually don't know. Some
Yum.
goodness.
It was pretty damn good though.
Look at the fin. Wow.
It looks like Vegemite.
It does.
Could be a little bit smoother.
Just tear the bread
That's what
apart.
happens when you just make stuff yourself.
Tell you what, it's damn good.
I hope it's pretty dang good.
Now that is bread.
That is bread. Wow.
Wow.
That's very good.
Wow.
Oh, that's really good.
That chocolate stuff's good.
Oh yeah. Exciting times because
Yes.
we got a new water housing for our main camera. So we had an older setup with a, I guess not as good camera.
Well, yeah, it's very like an entry-level mirrorless, which was still amazing for photo, but we are wanting to do a bit more in the way of videography stuff. We got a few projects coming up that we want to try and really step it up, so we've decided to splurge. And then it also means if we flood this, we have no camera. So now I'm just doing a little candle wax thing that then I then buff out. That then means the droplets don't end up showing as much on the lens port, so they should just roll nicely off so I can quickly get it in and out of the water without there being a build-up of drops.
So much goes into water photography and
Yeah.
videography. We are thinking of doing a video where we talk through all of our camera gear and what
Yeah,
we
we've
use.
had that a lot.
Yeah, we've had a lot of questions about that. What we use, because it is something that we do professionally for our work, but also for obviously sharing our stuff on YouTube as well. So if you would like a little rundown of that, let us know. Maybe we'll make that one of our next videos. Oh, good boy. Oh, oh, Kissy. I know, it makes Leo look so big. Oh. Oh.
We're like, what's going on? There's the bus.
Oh my god.
Look
Look at him.